Hey, where are you right now? Who knows? Don't mess with me. There's nothing of ours in the house. What's going on? Well, I took all my stuff and left. Huh? I don't get it. Why would you do that? Well, we got divorced, so it's not strange for me to leave, right? Divorced? Yeah, I filed for divorce. My name is Amanda, I'm 35 years old, and I work in an office. I've been married to my husband, David, for 5 years. David used to work for a company, but 2 years ago, he quit and started his own business. Unfortunately, the business hasn't been doing well, and we've been losing money for the past 2 years. Thankfully, my income is enough to keep us afloat. Our relationship is okay, nothing special, but not bad either. The real problem is my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, who live in David's family home. They treat me horribly. Every time I see them, they make fun of me and always find something to complain about. It makes me feel sad and stressed. David and I live in an apartment that's about a 10-minute drive from his family's home, and he often takes me there. In the beginning, I went along for his sake, but their bullying got worse over time, so I started talking back. Even then, they didn't stop. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law always tried to get money from me too. Hey, Amanda, I need $500 for a friend's birthday present. Can you give me the money? $500? What are you buying, a trip? And I'm going too? No way. That's like I'm giving the gift. I can't afford $500. You're so stingy, Amanda. Are you a miser? David supports you, and you can't even do this. Excuse me, I'm the one supporting him. My husband hasn't contributed a single cent to our living expenses in the past year. And you, sister-in-law, should get a job. You're a grown adult still living at home, doing nothing. Why does my mother-in-law allow her to live like this? I wanted to say all of this, but my husband interrupted me. Hey, Amanda, I need $500 for a friend's birthday present. Wow, David, you're such a thoughtful son, his mom said. Then my sister-in-law added, can I have $300 for something I want? Without hesitation, my husband quickly replied, sure, Amanda has $300 in her wallet, right? Just give it to her. He acted like it was no big deal and made me hand over the money to my sister-in-law. He even started saying things like, thanks to me, we can live such a luxurious life. I couldn't believe the things coming out of his mouth. Later in the car, I confronted him. Why do you always show off like that? I have my pride as the eldest son, he said, and the argument only got worse from there. He added, once you start giving them money, they'll expect more, but what's wrong with making my mom happy? I replied, we can't live so extravagantly. Do you realize you haven't contributed to our living expenses at all? So what? We got a nice bonus this summer. Don't rely on that. We need to save that money. Since then, my husband and I have been constantly fighting. I don't understand how he can act so arrogant when he's not even helping with the bills. Why does he feel the need to always be in control when he's not pulling his weight? My husband's bad qualities were becoming more obvious over time. I started to think, why should I do things I hate for someone like him? So when he recently said, hey, we're going to my mom's, I told him, go by yourself. He responded with some strange reasoning. It's normal for the wife to come along too. I snapped back, well, then you must be abnormal, since you never come when I visit my parents. He got annoyed, clicked his tongue, and said, do whatever you want, then left to go to his parents' house alone. A weekend without my mother-in-law and sister-in-law felt so relaxing and peaceful. With some free time, I worked on my dream buying my own home. I researched online, ordered pamphlets, and imagined how I'd decorate my future house. I spent hours looking at furniture and thinking about how I'd arrange everything in my new place. Time flew by, and soon it was evening, and my husband came back. Oh, welcome back, I said. He didn't respond. Was he still mad? How childish. Shouldn't he act more mature? I wasn't interested in pleasing him, so I didn't try to make conversation. Instead, I just started making dinner. Suddenly, he spoke up. You've been acting pretty bold lately, huh? Refusing to meet my mom and the rest of them. Bold? We're equals in this marriage. Besides, your mom and sister are always picking on me, so I don't want to go there anymore. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Acting cheeky. Normally, wives listen to their husbands. If you can't do that, we'll get divorced. Divorce? Yeah, divorce. Surprised? You don't want me to divorce you, do you? But I'm really angry at you. I've already signed my part of the papers, ready to submit anytime. I'll let this slide for now, but if you defy me again, it'll be immediate divorce. Think about that, he added with a smirk. I'm going to take a bath. Hurry up and make dinner. As soon as I heard my husband was in the bath, I couldn't help but celebrate quietly. Yes. Now I can leave him whenever I want. I made dinner in a great mood. From that moment on, I focused on saving money. I was almost ready to make the down payment on my new house. It was hard to hide my excitement, but I managed to stay calm around my husband. Finally, I bought a house in my own name. All that was left was to finalize the divorce and leave the home I shared with my husband. I started packing my things little by little without my husband noticing and sent them to my parents' house. I had already told my parents everything, and they understood my situation. When my husband went to his parents' house one weekend, I moved all my stuff into my new house. It was perfect. The house was just as I had imagined, both inside and out. The smell of the new home filled the air, and I spent the whole day enjoying it. That night, my husband called. Hey, where are you? Where could I be? I replied, not giving anything away. Don't mess with me. There's nothing left in the house. What's going on? Well, I took all my stuff and left. What? Why would you do that? I don't understand. Since we're divorced, it's only natural for me to move out, right? Huh? Divorced? Yes, I submitted the divorce papers. We're strangers now. Don't mess with me. I won't accept that. But you're the one who said we could divorce anytime. As a businessman, you should take responsibility for your words. Anyway, this is the end for us. With that, I hung up. Finally, I was free from him. That night, I slept peacefully for the first time in a long while. Living in my new house was everything I dreamed of, and every morning, I woke up feeling refreshed and ready to enjoy my new life. Today, I decided to invite my parents to my new home for the first time. As I was cooking in the kitchen, they arrived with a bottle of celebratory sake. They were both surprised to see my new house, and the three of us toasted to celebrate. Even though it was a bit early, we started a small party. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Who could that be? I wondered. When I checked the intercom, I was shocked to see my ex-husband, ex-mother-in-law, and ex-sister-in-law. Why are you here? I asked. We're going to live here from today, my ex-husband said. My father is in the hospital, but when he's discharged, he'll live here too. Open the door right now. No way. That's ridiculous. Why would I let you in? Please leave my property immediately. Then my ex-mother-in-law stepped forward and said, You cheeky girl. What's yours is mine. Open the door now. I calmly replied, What are you talking about? I'm single now. Huh? What do you mean? She asked, confused. Did your son not tell you? We're already divorced. We're strangers now. The ex-mother-in-law and ex-sister-in-law turned to my ex-husband, who seemed to be explaining something, probably trying to deny it. I couldn't hear exactly what he was saying, but it didn't matter. Anyway, you can't come in. Please leave, I said, then hung up the intercom. My ex-husband started banging on the door, shouting, Open up. I want to talk. As I was thinking about how to get rid of him, a police car pulled up in front of my house. The police quickly took him into custody. When I opened the door, I saw my ex-husband being pinned to the ground, resisting and shouting, It hurts. Why is this happening to me? My ex-mother-in-law and ex-sister-in-law were standing there, completely shocked after learning about the divorce. Although they weren't arrested, they were escorted away in the police car. After watching my ex-husband and his family get taken away by the police, I went back inside the house. I wondered who called the cops, and then my dad made a peace sign. In situations like this, you call the police right away, he said, always calm and collected. Trust my dad. We resumed our celebration with more drinks. As for how my ex-husband found out where I lived, it turns out he followed me home from work. He even confessed to stalking me, so if he shows up again, he'll be arrested immediately. Knowing his timid personality, I doubt he'll come near the house again. I also got a restraining order against his family just in case. After the divorce, My ex-husband's business continued to struggle, and he fell deeper into debt. Without my money to rely on, he and his family had no income, especially with his father still in the hospital. Eventually, they had to sell their house. It really felt like they got what they deserved. On the other hand, I invited my parents to live with me in my new home. They're so happy and proud of me, saying I've been a good daughter. They're enjoying life in the house, and we're living together as a happy, close-knit family. I plan to continue cherishing my parents and enjoying this new chapter of our lives.